Nakia. I'm the owner broker of Come to Atlanta Real Estate Group. Barbara, our wonderful buyer specialist right here, is one of our agents. Gerard, my trusty preferred loan officer right here with American Eagle Mortgage. Gerard closes about 90% of my business, and I've been working with Gerard for over 5 years. And collectively, we've sold some houses. We've educated. Our homeowners are still there. None of our homeowners have been in foreclosure. They haven't lost a home. We stay in touch with them. They can rely on us because we provide lifestyle services, meaning we don't sell based off of you got that letter and this is the money. We want to know, what do you want? What's important? Do you want to entertain people? Do you want to have big Thanksgiving things? Do you want to downsize? Do you want to be in a fast community? Do you want to be in a slower community? Do you want to be in a ranch? Do you want a basement? Do you want 55 and up community? Do you want a loft? Do you want whatever it is about the lifestyle? Do you not want to drive an hour to work? Do you want to live near your job? Do you not want to live near your job? Do you travel a lot? Do you need to live near the airport? Are schools important? Just things about your lifestyle is what is important to Come to Atlanta Real Estate Group. How many of us are homeowners at all? Any homeowners in the building? Great. Any renters? First time home buyers. Never bought a house ever in your life. How many have heard bad stories about buying a house? Oh, that's good. They're like, okay. Have you even ever started the project? Who's all looked on Zillow? Everybody looks on Zillow. Yeah. Okay. Zillow is for marketing. Basically, I don't know if you've been on Zillow, you've seen a house, you go back on there, and it's been on there 10 years, 4 years, 5 years. Zillow is for marketing. It's not in real time. FMLS is the system that we use, GeorgiaMLS, Realtor.com. All of those systems are real time. And we'll talk about that on another scenario. But Zillow, if you ever got a realtor, don't go on Zillow. Don't send your agent these houses that you found on there on your own if they directed you to an MLS site, because some of the houses that are on Zillow, when we pull them up, they were sold 4 years ago. Wow. So you're probably calling your agent and saying, you're not sending me nothing I like. I saw 5 on my own last night at midnight. And it's like, you did? And so when we go to searching it and finding it, that house was sold back in the 90s. But Zillow still has it stuck up there, because then you see those agents with the stars next to their face, and it says click them. Then now they want to try to make you their buyer. So Zillow is cool for looking at pretty pictures and trying to figure it out. But in that little Zestimate, have you ever seen that Zestimate at the bottom? And you say, well, I can afford that. That's not real. It's not real either. You won't know real numbers until you actually give it a loan professional. And you won't know real numbers because most likely on Zillow, the house not real either. It's just there, it's just on there. You know what you gonna pay when you send your documents. Not what your coworker said they put down. Not what your coworker said, oh, my score was this and they gave me that. If I hear one more of those stories, I'm gonna cry. You will not know until you've done an application, submitted documents. If it's a 401k you need to draw some money out, if it's some retirement money that you need to draw out, we gotta let Gerard know, because sometimes there are penalties, sometimes there are tax rules if you go to pulling out money, and sometimes our buyers are wanting to buy a house based off of 401k, but not even know the rules of it. And you have some people that actually want to go see a house because they say they got $50,000 in their 401k. We're not moving the car off of that. We're moving the car once you've submitted the documents, that's your money that you only know about, and done the application. Gerard is going to run you through a system, quickly give me an answer, give us a real pre-approval letter, not that pre-qual on Quicken Loans that we done all played around on. That's not real. Because Quicken, who gonna tell Quicken that they co-signed for they daughter car when they went to college, and then they totaled the car, and then they still never paid the car off? Nobody telling the loan officer that up front, because it was over 15 years ago. Nobody's remembering the college, financial tuition. A lot of my college students, they're not telling him that they have default loans. But as soon as they enter that application and those numbers, they telling us all the good stuff. And then when you get that pre-qual, that does not move the car to see the house. What moves the car is the pre-approval letter. Because that says you're pre-approved because I've seen all your documents. I've seen verified your employment. I've verified that you have the money. And the only thing that we waiting on now is for Nakia to get us a contract. Now you're approved. But right now, we only moving when? When are we moving the car? When are we going to look for a house? All right, we got prizes now, y'all. We got prizes. Ain't nobody winning right now. How you doing? When do we move the car? When we get the what? That pre-approval letter. Are we moving because you told me your credit score was 801?
No.
Are we moving because you said, Nakia, I've been on my job 40 years, and I got $1 million worth of 401k. I got all kind of equity investments with this job. Are we moving with that?
No, we need documents.
That's it. Only way we moving that car is if we saw a proof of funds letter from the bank that said the cash was there. And that's the only time we don't need Gerard. But then again, I've had doctors who had cash but wanted to go a little bit over the price point and then still had to get some financing from him.
In other words, been verified.
Thank you. Verify, verify, verify. Because everything else is what? Window shopping. Everything else is that Capital One letter that told us we could get 10,000. We filled it out. We got 250, and we just knew we was going to Vegas. That $10,000 credit card that we ain't got. But here we go. We done did all that pre-approval stuff. But Nakia, I don't really need you. I just want you to show me the houses. Do I really need a realtor? Do I? I'm asking y'all. Do you feel like you need a realtor, or can you do it on your own?
I say yes.
Tell me why.
I think it helps in understanding the different areas. I think we bought our first home without one, and I think.
Oh, I want to hear that. I want to. Oh, yeah. Oh, you heard that, Barbara? Okay.
We didn't know.
Please listen to this lady right here.
What you want?
She didn't have a realtor,
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't know any better.
and it's okay.
Yeah.
Did you buy new construction?
Yeah.
Oh, they got her.
Yeah,
Ooh,
they
you
did.
pulled
And
up.
we
I
believed
already know
all
how it
the
went.
lies.
This how it went.
Wow.
This
Yeah,
is
we
how
believed all
it
the
went.
lies.
This is how it
Yeah.
went. How many of y'all live in this area? What area? Just
I
throw
live at 30311.
Okay, 30311. You south, you Atlanta, you southwest Atlanta, west side, all that. I'm 303112, 30331. All of that. I grew up over here. And so we riding down now, Camp Creek. What we see for sale? We see Meritage Homes here, Cascade Falls there. We like, oh, and that sign say what? 200. Shoot, that's us, baby. We rolling up in the subdivision. They got the flags outside. Washer dryer, blinds. You like, ooh, you put that new home on the parking right here. Did you park there?
No.
You did.
We probably did.
Yeah, you pulled in, you parked. And they welcome you. Hey, welcome to
Marriage home.
I ain't gonna call her nobody. Welcome to Roberson Homes. Come on in. How y'all doing? We all right. What you looking for a new home today? No, we just here.
That's
Yes.
really what happened.
Yeah, listen, I've been doing this 17 years. I ain't the broker for
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all looking for a house today? What you looking for? You looking at the model, everything in here. Ooh, this is it. This is standard. But who knows? Well, she know when you filled out that thing, they start taking stuff away.
Yeah.
But no, that was double crown molded. I thought you said that. No, it was standard from here to here. When you add that extra piece of wood, it's only $3,500 more dollars, and the builder's going to give you $10,000 to do whatever you want to do. You like, ooh, all right, give me that extra wood for $3,500. This is really how it goes.
Yeah.
You would have crown molding and go from here to here. If they add that extra piece throughout the house, it's an extra $3,500. So we there. She went. She didn't have an agent. They start telling her, oh, you was our preferred lender. We're going to give you a $5,500 towards closing. You said, oh, really? They ain't telling you nothing about no interest rate yet. They didn't talk about no monthly payment. But you got in that car and you started seeing the ones available. Am I right?
Right.
You saw a few, you like? Yeah. They start dumbing it down. So you haven't been pre-approved? No, don't worry. Our lender, they gonna get you in back. Don't worry. So we go back to the office. She saw one she liked, maybe. Saw one she liked. Was it built yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was staying in inventory. They gotta sell it
They
fast.
get rid of
So,
it, yeah.
no. I know the builder gonna even give. Don't you worry.
They call it Stockholm or something?
Stockholm,
Something.
yeah, it's there. It's ready to
Right,
sell.
they already
So they
put
ready
it.
to try to get it out fast.
Right.
So if your agent was there, if we were there, we know this already. So we already know we can get that down a little more. And we also know we can even ask them for some more stuff because they don't want to keep paying their construction loan on that house. But since you don't have an agent, nobody's there like in the ring with you fighting for you. You just going off everything that nice person said when they came in. Hopefully her closing was good, and that's what we hope, that our colleagues are doing good business. But it can be good and it can be bad because they're not going to tell you to get a home inspection on new construction. And new construction is not perfect. I've seen some new construction that's worse than a resale because they don't put the insulation. Did anybody know when you go in a new construction house, try to put your hand on top of the door. Over the door, this may sound cheap, but builders don't paint the top of the doors. They saving money on paint.
Wow.
I'm serious. If you still in that house, go to the top.
They don't get underneath windows either.
Yeah, they saving money on paint, but you had to pay though. You paid. So those are things we ask. It's a builder night homes. They don't give you access to the attic. They close it off. Until Nakia came with a buyer 3 years ago. Remember Lyman?
Yeah.
I was the first agent that had night homes build stairs to come down. You know how you go up in your attic? They don't do them. But what happens if it's a fire? Or what happens if you want extra storage and you bought a house that's 2,000
So
square
you
feet?
bought a house, they're selling a house with no access to that?
No access to the attic. Night homes don't have access to the attic. I was the first agent. I believe I'm still the only one whose buyer I demanded it, or we weren't gonna close.
And they had to open it up.
And they had to make
They had to
actually make a opening. You know how we see it and pull the string down?
Right.
It had none of that.
Wow.
And I'm not throwing them under the bus. I gotta educate you guys.
Right.
If you don't ever see me again and you do purchase a house, because Night Home right now is not my top 10 at all, but they have a reasonable product, and as long as you get it inspected and done right, you can really get a nice home. My client loves the home, even though it was leaning to the right, still bought it. Okay, it was. I couldn't tell Gerard's after we closed, but seriously, when the inspector came, they're gonna have this long thing where they can see if it's level. Why, when you went up to the steps, it felt like we was walking this way? Real talk. But it came with a fence, Nakia, and they gave me that stove, that stainless steel one. And guess what Nakia bought? They didn't give him a hood vent. Who doesn't give you a hood vent to go over your stove? I paid for it. It was $325.
Wow.
Okay? And I said, girl, the house is not level. If you tried to resell it, somebody else is going to inspect the home. She said, Nakia, but I really can't tell. So I had to, David, my assistant, had to sign something holding me, like, hold harmless, like I explained to her, blah, 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 blah. And she signed it, and we closed. And she's happy. She's been referred so much business to me with her lopsided house. I'm happy. But that's why it's important for things like that. You got to have an agent. And guess what else? You get us for free. You don't pay us. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Who knew that you don't pay your real estate agent? You knew it?
It comes out of your sale, right?
No, the seller pays us.
Oh, the seller, yeah.
The seller pays us.
It comes as a result of the sale. You get
But
paid.
you get paid off of we get paid off of the sale. And if you want to know how much your agent will make me, because I'm really worth more than that. But I get 3%. If you ever want to know what agents make and why they never doing nothing, I work. Multiply the purchase price times 3%. That's my money. And I'm gonna work for every dime of that money. So you will never have to second guess my commission ever. You gonna be like, I want my agent to get more at the closing table, because that's how we work. So forget about it. now you done chose me, cause now y'all know why you need a realtor, right? And we already know why we gotta be pre-approved, right? Cause if we're not pre-approved, what is it called? Window shopping. So do we all agree that we should know how much money we can afford for a house from Gerard? Or we just wanna ride around? What y'all think? Hey, Vincent Phillips! Thank you. So, should we be pre-approved, or should Nakia just, because you told me you had a 700 credit score, take you all over Guilford Forest, all over the Vinings? Should I? Should I just drive you around? Because you just want to see?
No.
Or should I say, did you call Gerard? Did you get the pre-approval? And now we confident, because now we got that $300,000 pre-approval letter in our hand. So that means Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we want your house, and we ain't got time to wait on you trying to negotiate with nobody else, because our offer is going to be the best offer, because we're ready to close before July 4th.
Boom.
And that's how we work. We close fast. Who pays for what, why, when, and where? Did anybody want to know what they got to pay or have up front before they buy a house? Or do you know? Not you. Do you know what you got to have? Have you ever wondered, I want to buy a house, but do I have enough money right now? How much I need right now? Do y'all want to know? I'm going to tell y'all. Purchase price times 6%. So that means if it's $300,000, 6% is what?
What's
Purchase price times 6%.
18,000.
18,000. But it's something called closing costs that the sellers could contribute, but they don't have to. We usually ask the seller to contribute 3%. So now we done knocked that down to 9. But don't get hung up on that 3% from the seller, because some sellers can't afford to sell. They so squeezed in on the mortgage that they upside down for, they can't even help us. They can't give us $9,000. They might can give us $3,000. But we already know the numbers before we get in the car. Because Gerard has verified that you have the money. You have it somewhere, savings, wherever it is, because you've been waiting on this day to buy this house. 6% is usually what we need, but we're going to ask the seller to contribute. If they don't, we're still fine, because Nakia, they already told us we need to focus on 6%. Down payment is not closing costs. Down payment is what the bank wants you to have in order for them to give you that $300,000. And some buyers say, that's just too much. I think, but if I'm giving you $300,000, would I want you to put something in the game? Or do I want to just give it to you like it was when our markets crashed, when it was zero down? Everybody bought a house. Zero down, zero down, zero down. And guess what? A lot of houses went in foreclosure, too. And that's how we got into that market. So we already know who pays what for when. You're going to pay a lot up front because you want this house. And you should. It's yours. It's your home. You want to put money in it because that house going to help you later on with something called equity that you can use to really live or help with retirement, help pay this high health insurance. A lot of things can go on. But up front, we need earnest money. We need appraisal money. We need inspection money. Because remember, she didn't have, did you get an inspection?
No.
Because she didn't have an agent, remember? And I'm sure some things came up with the house that she wished she would have known.
Right.
But she didn't have an agent in her corner working for her to ask about that inspection. And she went to the builder's office without protection and representation. They didn't even tell her she needed it or should have gotten it. So inspections run about $350 to $375, depending on the size of the house. That's you guys paying for that. We have inspectors that we call, but you can choose anybody you want to inspect your house. Appraisals, $550, Gerard? $550. That is what? That says, bank, here go my $550, send out the appraiser. I want to make sure this house is worth $300, and we hoping it comes back over because then we got instant equity. Okay? You don't get them back. No. You cancel, the deal didn't go through, or something. You don't get the appraisal money back. You don't get the home inspection money back. But we work to close. Okay? So we paying for what up front? Once we go into contract, appraisal and home inspection. Earnest money says, once we get the house and once we sign that contract, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I want this house, and because I really want it, I'm gonna give you 1% of the sale of this house. Because I don't want you to sell it to nobody else. I want you to take it off the market. I don't want you to show it to nobody else until we close. I mean, nobody else, because I'm buying it.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually calculate purchase price times 1%. And that's called earnest money. That money goes towards the sale of the house, though. It doesn't disappear. It don't go away. You're going to see it on your closing disclosure at the closing attorney's office. So we're clear. We're not scared. We ain't scared of them numbers. We got it. We want to be a homeowner, right? We work hard. We don't want to give the rent away. We don't want to keep giving the landlord the money. We don't want to keep making them rich. We want to have something that we can leave our people, our generation, I don't care who you leave the house to, leave it something. And want to have something. Who's renting again? All of us. Okay. What's the highest rent? What you paying a month? If you don't mind me asking. $12.60. Y'all, no rent. $11.50. We got some higher. They all high though. Anybody else rent?
I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment.
$11.60, $1,200. We already did numbers earlier. We know $1,200 can get you something in the 230s. Okay, so we already did them numbers earlier. $1,100. We were at what, 180?
Yeah.
I think you're around 180
180, 190.
purchase price. But again, I'm just throwing it out there. We won't know until you do what? With call, that's it, pre-approval with Gerard. And the sooner you do that, the more we'll know. But when you're working with us, I don't know if you ever called a lender before, and they're like, oh, your credit score 580, ain't nothing we can do. And they just leave you alone. No, we giving you an action plan. Okay? Gerard's gonna come up with an action plan, but we can't do nothing action until you actually work towards that. Okay? We don't want to give you the action plan and Gerard's in the kid's shoe. Barbara, 4 months, she good. She only had a few little things she need to work on. Few little things she need to get cleared up. 4 months, if she do exactly what we said, you can start looking this summer. But when he starts seeing nothing moving on your thing that you filled out, and he gonna call me and say, she not doing nothing. Matter of fact, she went and opened up another credit card. Cause he gonna see it. But again, we work for you. So it's nothing to be scared to share with us, because we work for you and we want to get you to the goal. It's like having a trainer and you trying to lose 20 pounds. He can't make you not eat. He don't know you going to Waffle House and then you come in there talking about, nah, I've been doing the plant-based. And you know you've been sticking to the Waffle. Like, we're not going to check you and be the Waffle House police. But if you want to lose 20 pounds, you got to stop going to the Waffle House. So you got to stop using that credit.
What do you have for your debt to make sure, I guess, with the whole student loan thing?
Student loan thing. That's in our it's our number one issue.
Yeah.
And we work with that too. We just closed the doctor. She had to work a year. This girl make, what, she got 2 6-figure incomes. She couldn't buy for a year. She just closed 3 weeks ago. This real talk.
Real talk.
Real.
But she listened.
She listened.
So what she had to pay down to?
I gave her an action plan.
She had an action plan. She had a few things. Yeah.
She did it.
And
we just closed it 3 weeks ago.
I just closed her early. When this young lady was first sent to me, Gerard approved her for 130. And she said, Nakia, doctor, see what I'm driving? It's nothing in Vinings for 130. I said, well, okay, did Gerard give you that action plan? How soon? She said, he gave me the action plan and I'm gonna do it. That girl paid off $40,000 worth of debt.
Wow.
She did it. She said she had to tighten it up. And she got off a little bit when she took her mama to Vegas. Gerard saw it. He said, well, hold on, where she's shopping somewhere in Nevada. I said, well, mama's birthday was up there. And we had to get her back on the plane. But she closed 3 weeks ago. Guess what? She ain't in Vinings. That girl on a 4,300 square foot home in Douglasville, Riverwalk, on an acre with a basement, $400,000 house, and her mortgage is $2,600 a month.
Nice house.
Yeah.
Nice house.
Come to Atlanta. Okay. Here we go. This is the best part of the day. Who want to buy a house today? So we finna. You bought one already. Somebody who ain't never did. I'm saying we finna buy one right now.
Right.
Who want to buy? Okay. What's your name?
Catherine.
Okay, we can see. You see, she got the house first. Cause see, she was ready. She did it.
Hopped on it.
Catherine. You said Catherine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you called Gerard. Gerard, how much she got pre-approved for?
I'm gonna do the numbers, right?
No, this college debt. This college debt, you gave her the action plan, you gave us 5 months. How much first she was at 110, and now how much did she get approved for now?
230.
She said she worked hard on that plan, Gerard. She just knew she was gonna get 280.
I'm trying to get the doctor house.
Right. Gerard, she got that. She got her boyfriend car out her name.
Okay,
It ain't on it.
I'm just about to ask her. If she did that, she can do 280.
Okay, all right. You got that car that you co-signed for him. He was a cute dog, girl, and he was like, "Hey."
I got me a Sigma, but go ahead.
Okay, you got him. And he talked you into it. Y'all was going together on campus. And y'all was trying to go to the classic. And he saw this car and you co-signed for him. Because you know they got you the credit card when you first freshman. Okay? So you good. So Gerard put on your action plan. Get boyfriend card that's married now with 5 kids off your thing. So you worked that out. You got that off your thing. 280. Boom. Here we go. We done talked. I got the letter. You're now in the office, or we at where you want to go? Baltimore Seafood Crab, Old Lady Gang. We Houston. We at Houston. Yeah, you Houston. We at Houston. We sitting down. I got my wine. You got your water. Cause you like, I want to make sure. I learn. I talk better. Yeah, I gotta have the mail back. Okay. All right. Catherine. What they call you? They don't call you Catherine. Cat. We're spending 280. We free. We're 280, right? 380 or 280? 280. I gave 100 more thousand that I've been drinking. Okay. Cat, girl, where do you want to live? What do you want?
That's my, go ahead, answer for me. That's my other question right
Okay.
now. Somewhere nice, but yeah.
Somewhere nice. Okay. Do you want somewhere? Is schools important to you? Okay. How old the baby?
Just a 12-year-old.
12 years? Middle school. Okay. What side of town do you work on?
West side.
West side. Okay. Near the West End? Are you on the Belt Line? Where is your job near the Belt Line?
But like Northwest Atlanta.
Northwest Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Old
real.
Perry Homes neighborhood. They down
Okay,
over.
got
West
you.
Highlands, yeah.
So, is commute a real big factor? Because I know you said schools, but I
Yes,
can't
it is.
steer you to good or bad schools. So you got to do that
I
on
mean,
your own.
okay, well, no more than a 15-minute drive.
Okay, so I'm thinking Mableton might be a good
That's what
start
I'm
for you.
thinking.
But we're going to check around. Okay, if I can find you a home near some good schools once you check out the schools that you like for your daughter, and we found the area, you told me, Nakia, I checked these schools out, I want to know about these schools. And one of them just happened to be in Mapleton. He was like, girl, if you can give me a house right here, this is it, Nakia. I said, Kat, you want a brick? You want 2-story, a ranch? What you want? Like, what's your lifestyle about? Like, do you need to be near parks? Do you need to be near libraries? Does that not matter? Because you like, no, girl, I teach my child. You know, I went to college. And no, we don't even go to the library because I'm the library for my daughter. I bought encyclopedias. So I'm not worried about all of that, Nakia. I just want a nice house with a nice, what?
How many bedrooms?
Yard.
2-story.
2-story.
Yeah,
Nice
nice
yard, okay.
I mean,
2-car
yard.
garage. Does a master on the main matter, or does the bedroom upstairs
main.
matter? You want a master on the main? Okay. What about the kitchen? You like electric, gas, or
I like
does it matter?
total electric, stainless steel appliances.
Okay, electric. Okay.
But
Now, see this. Okay, new construction without the inspection.
Yeah.
No attic. No, that was so, see, this is what happens too. Let me really be real. Don't be bringing your cousin who never bought a house with me if we're going to look. That don't. And that co-worker who was divorced 2 times and didn't get the house in divorce, don't bring her either. And I know you might want to bring your best friend. Everybody want to be their best friend who did buy a house, but her husband was a judge and they had all this good credit, but she got to be. See, mine had. No, girl, because see, when I bought my house, and I'm up there doing my best, I'm wiping stuff. See, girl, this ain't even real Marcus. Don't bring her. Because what happens is her experience is not yours. And she doesn't have to pay the mortgage on the $280,000. I love advice. I just don't like critique to my buyer. Because see, that's when I'm going, and they'll tell you, serious, I've stopped mothers. Because I had a mom that did that one time. I said, but man, I'm so glad you got so much advice. I was like, when did you buy your house?
Really?
19 who? We're in the ma'am, it don't even go like that no more. They talking about asbestos. I'm like, ma'am, this house was built yesterday. Don't go putting that fear of asbestos in cat head. So now, we back. 280. This is the reality of real estate. This not HGTV. It's not going to be like that when we come to Atlanta. Okay, we got a master on the main. Cat wanted the 4-bedroom, nice backyard, good schools, 280. Plus, let's do 4. This cat done went to school. She done paid that debt off. She's really expecting. Let's say 20. Okay, we got 1. So we know Mableton right now, their price point is really actually in the high 300s. But we want to see what this one looks like. No, we're not doing that. And I'm searching for somebody in Mableton right now, so I know it's better. Take out the 280 plus. See, Barbara is new. She good. She real tech. See, old school, I don't even do that. Take that sign out. Take that plus off.
Of the 4-bedroom?
Take the plus off. Take the plus off the 3. Give me a 2. Give me a 2 plus. Give me a right here. Give me 2000 to 2019.
But she has all these.
Take the mask on the main off.
That's really what I think.
Yeah, take that off. Take this off, because this is a norm. Most agents, and this is what we have to put in the system when we're actually listing somebody's house to sell. So sometimes agents, we get lazy, so we don't even fill out all this stuff on our listing sheet, so it can hinder the search. What else did you click? 2-story. Okay. Go up. Because I want to show her, because Mableton got some beautiful houses. Take the 280 out. We'll just be, okay, 9. Let's go to this. Okay, let's go down to lowest. Here we go. And we're going to negotiate this. Okay? And then, if it is 282, they don't want it, what's the $2,000 difference in mortgage if she had the $2,000 to make up in cash? It's not gonna make it. Yeah, it's not gonna alter that.
What? $12 to $15.
That's it. So when we're out there looking, guys, and we see something like this that's maybe $1,000 to $2,000 over, and it's only gonna mess our mortgage, move it over $12 to $15, and we got $2,000 more in the bank that we wanted to pay Saks with. We gonna talk about that $2,000 and say, hey. But then we're going to try to ask the seller for a few more things as well to try to offset that $2,000 that went over that $280,000 budget. But depending on how long this house been on the market, can I see market, days on market? And that's mine, vintage, sir. This is a nice house. Here we go. We're also looking at, where we at? Look at this. This thing went on the market July. So, You 109 days. You think we can't get that for 280? Okay.
But I wanna know.
Yeah. Can we get it for 275? I'ma try.
Right.
But when we see stuff like this, we want to try to get it down a little lower than that, because you need to sell, because tax is about to come back out.
Mm-hmm.
Sellers don't want to do that again. HOA, let's see if it's an HOA.
475.
This is yearly. HOA means it may be some amenities in the community or not, but they're governing something in this community. So this is doable. There's $475 annually. There's also stuff that they don't tell you about, which is called an initiation fee. Did they tell you about your initiation fee? Okay, great. Because when you see it in here, it's no initiation fee. But when you get down to the nitty gritty of the contract, there is one.
So,
Okay?
let's do this real quick.
We're gonna
So this is
take
what
real numbers.
So this is what I do when you call me, and I'm
And
asking you.
before we go to this house, we know your numbers.
Right. I'm asking specific questions. So what's the sales price?
282.
All right, so 282. I got my trusty calculator. So when Nakia sends you the link that she tells you, hey, go to Gerard's website and apply,
Yep.
you'll actually have this information. You'll be able to do calculators and stuff like this as well. So, all right. So 282. We're gonna do an FHA, 30-year
FHA
fix.
is 3.5 down.
3.5 down. We're gonna say 4% interest rate. Now in there it tells me, it gives me an estimate of what the taxes are annually. What does it say?
3,088.
3,088.
This is the taxes.
3,088.
These taxes.
Okay. And then what I have to do is I have to come up with an estimate for the homeowner's insurance. What's the square footage?
Square footage is 2,300, I think. Yeah,
2376.
2,376.
So 2376, I've been doing this 17 years, so I'm gonna say 2376. I could take a percentage and say 0.65 as a factor, or I can say I can probably get you insured with one of my preferred people. Nakia has preferred people as well.
Mhm.
We can probably get this insured for maybe, let's say, and I'm gonna estimate on the high side, I'm gonna say 1,500 a year.
And we always go high, just in case you get lower estimates, so that we're not giving you low. And then that's when you hear these stories of, my lender told me my payment was gonna be 13, but now it's 18. It's because nobody's putting those numbers in and trying to tell you the reality of this thing.
And I use real numbers.
Yeah.
So I don't play around.
Mhm.
You
Just
know,
to get you.
I'm not gonna be the guy that.
The letter.
Yeah, I'm not
We
gonna be
don't
the
do
guy
that.
that you come into. Well, this guy told me this. And I don't do that
No.
because
No.
yeah.
No, time is very valuable
Yeah.
to me, and your time is valuable, especially when you say I want to be a homeowner. I don't play with that. That's almost saying I want a college degree to me. And so when we're going to this car, we going to this house and we seeing all of these houses, you go and you're saying, Nakia, how much you think this gonna be? We already know, because Gerard already told us for each of these houses, the payment gonna be this one is gonna be that. We already know.
Right.
So we don't have to call mama, cousin. No, we know how much it's gonna be. Gerard gonna tell you how much that down payment gonna be on this. Before we even make the appointment, you're gonna know how much this house is. So if it don't feel like it's gonna work, then we're not going to see the house.
Right.
The house just makes it more appealing, but if the numbers for some little reason you're not feeling it, then we need to adjust something. We either need to go up or we need to go down.
Right.
So you're gonna know, and he's gonna tell you.
So the monthly payment, all of this, that's the principal and interest payment, the taxes, homeowners insurance, and the mortgage insurance premium, or the PMI,
Mhm.
$18.95.
That's your
So if
mortgage.
$18.95 is too much, if that's a stretch for you, then
We can go
you need
down
to-
on the
you need to
sales
let us
price.
know then.
But you were just saying you're paying 16. How much you was paying? 1150. So that's for an apartment. That's for a 2-bedroom apartment. So depending on how you want to work it, you might say, well, I want to do 13 a month, or I'm only doing 11 because this is an apartment. But in reality, my salary, I really can afford 3,000. So now that I know that 280 is looking at around that price, Nakia, I might be ready. Or I might need to go down to 200, and let's see how that looks as well. So we're at your house. We done made an appointment. I'm just making it up.
Right.
This is your number one choice. We gonna see this one last. Because what happens is, when we see the number one choice people, nothing else matters. It's like first love. Nobody, I don't care who he is, Michael Jackson from the dead. Nobody's gonna be able to beat Michael Jackson. I don't care what you say. Nobody beat Whitney. Because you done heard her voice. Nobody's better than that. So, we're gonna say this one for last. We're gonna see the other ones that's your second, third, and fourth, and fifth. I usually try to work my way from 5 to 1. So now that we done seen the worst, now we gonna see the best. And then now, we can make a choice. So we going inside to make sure we hitting some of those criteria that you want according to your lifestyle with you and your baby. So we going inside. The house. Here we go. Here we are. All right, hold up. What Cat wanted? Stainless steel, right? Right, Mom? She said that, didn't she? No, we gonna take her because she heard me.
Right.
All right. What is this? She wanted total electric.
She wanted total electric.
She wanted total electric. But if this is the best and all the other ones was the work, once we see them, they didn't have it. I'm gonna say, Cat, over the years, can we just buy an electric stove? They're cheaper. Later down the line,
Right.
would this be a deal breaker? If you saw the gas stove and everything else was electric, like your water heater and all of that?
What's the negotiation? I don't know. It's something about a gas stove.
It's okay. That's why you gotta tell me. If that's a deal breaker, guess what? We're not even going to see this.
Right.
Right.
I'm like, no. Because we can search for just total electric houses
But there
too.
are mostly houses. Most
Kinda.
houses
In Cobb,
Yeah.
they got the
Yeah,
fireplace.
okay. That's why I'm like, I don't know, but I'm
Up
not.
north, electric is
Where you
big
from?
up north.
Originally California, but
Okay. Yeah.
you
But
know,
it's
but
okay.
yeah.
But guess what? If you said Nakia don't, because I got some people that say don't show me no houses with the stairs as soon as you come in the house.
Right.
I got different. I work with different backgrounds, ethnicities, and some people, traditions and religions, they just don't like certain things. So I have to be real specific. And when I'm talking to them sellers agents, I'm like, listen, on your picture, you didn't show the front. Where are those steps? And they know it's because they know it now that people don't want this. And they're like, Nakia, I gotta be honest. As soon as you open the door, girl, you own the step. So I'm like, okay, thank you, girl. I cannot show your property. So if you are really a stippler, like no gas stove, even if it take us 6 months to find your house, I'm gonna find it. Because I don't want you in somewhere that's not what you wanted. I don't want you to have to buy an electric stove later, because that electric stove might mean baby girl one of her tuitions at school or something. I don't know. So I don't feel like, man, I know this might sound stupid, Nakia, but I don't want no house with gold knobs. And we know every house built in 1980 to 2000 got them gold knobs. My house got them. So that's when I'm gonna have to be like, Cat. Child, you have to go in there later. You want to go in there later. I'm gonna give you a gift card and clothes. I can start you off with $2. but yeah, them the type of things, that cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
But major appliance purchases,
Right.
I can fiddle around with that. But if this house had an in-ground heated pool and a finished basement and a screened-in back there, I'm like, Cat, no.
Oh, they told me with the finish.
That's it. That's it. I'm like, Cat, no, this is it.
We will figure it
This
out.
is the house for you, and we're gonna get it.
Right.
So this is what I want to show you. Just period. Like it's doable. And this right now is a nice house, but then now you got people that want the open kitchen. Like they don't want to be closed in and walk outside, and they want to see everything now.
Right.
And we can be flexible, and we can pinpoint houses just like that.
Right.
So you love this house. It was the one. We negotiated this down. I got it down to 270.
Right.
We so happy. You getting it because you gonna buy that electric stove because I saved you $10,000 on the price on the house, and the seller gonna get you a home warranty, and the seller giving you that extra 3% closing. I'm talking about it was the best deal because they've been on the market over 120 days, and the owner got to relocate to Russia. He worked for you. And so he got to get out this house like before November 2020.
Right.
So they giving us, girl, I'm just like, girl, I can't believe it. Just like my doctor I just told you about. They gave her a new roof. new water tank. They gave this girl so much. I was just like, oh my God, but the lady was just finished a divorce. And all this stuff was in the decree that her husband had to do all of this stuff to help sell the house phase. So we asked for favor like that.
Right.
So we're here. Let's go back to the front. We ready. You know, we done gave them the earnest money. We done scheduled their home inspection. Our home inspector there, you there with the home inspector, Barbara's there for about 20, but Barbara like to stay the whole.
I know.
Nakia comes for 30 minutes. I've been doing this 17 years. Barbara stays the whole time. Her design ideas, knocking out. Barbara stays the whole time. Nakia comes with a bottle of water.
Right.
Everything, you meeting the inspector, everything is going good. I'm asking any questions if you had, and I'm excuse myself because this is your experience.
Right.
I don't need to be there telling everything. Not her. She don't need to be there telling you to go up there. Is you gonna check down there? No, we don't want her. We want you to hear your inspector that you paid your what? $375 to, and you need to be listening and asking questions, and he's going to tell you everything, and he's going to be writing notes, and then he's going to send us over that report.
And it's so unbelievable
Thorough.
to me how many people won't go to the home inspection.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people that just, oh, well, the inspector is just gonna send the, like, I go because I wanna ask questions.
Yeah.
I wanna make sure, you know,
Yep.
things are working properly, or how long does it have before
The
maybe,
life-
you know, the life of
Those
the
are,
item.
yep, and on the inspection, it'll say stuff like lifespan of the this, lifespan of the that. But when we're dealing with can I see the year? When we're dealing with a house that's say built in 03, and it's the original AC,
Right.
and we getting it at 270, we ain't asking for no new AC.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing that. We're gonna get that home warranty that they're gonna give us, and we're gonna ride that AC out until it can't go no more and get cold. So we're here. Inspection good. Appraisal, you done paid your how much? Your $500. Appraisal came back $2,000 over in equity. Your cat is like, oh my God. She like, I can't believe it. So now we at the closing. Where we at? To the front. We at the closing. You done wired your down payment money. Cause now in Georgia, if it's over what, 5,000, you can't bring money to the closing no more. You have to wire it. So get ready for those type of things, wiring and not actually taking a check. Now it's just like nobody's doing that anymore. Hey, come on in. So nobody's doing that no more. So you wiring your down payment. We meeting. We doing the final walkthrough the morning of the closing because we want to make sure they didn't come in and take your stove, and the seller didn't decide to take that picture that you said you in the house right now. So we're in the house. Everything is good. But what happens, Nakia, if we open the back door and it fails? These are real stories. We went out the back door and the door just fell, and we supposed to get to the closing. What's up? What we doing?
Deductions.
No. We're going to the closing. Door is down. We're doing what we call an amendment. For the seller to do this, or like you said, the seller can't give anything to the buyer at all. We can't talk about no money once we're at the closing. We're done. But what we could do is close an escrow, meaning we're going to go ahead and close, but nobody's getting no money.
Ain't getting it back.
They're not getting nothing. Okay. The seller not getting the money from the bank. You don't. Your money not going to the seller until the seller gets this fixed. They get it fixed the next day. We going back to the closing attorney and we're closing. Because I don't want you to think every deal is perfect, but I don't want you to panic if something comes up because you got your who? You done got not her. You done got your realtor, and your realtor is going to call. You're going to call her, and you're going to ask her questions, right? And now you feel confident, right? So who ready to buy a house? We all are now, right? At the end is. So thank y'all so much for coming, and I hope I answered everything. Yes, Barbara. Card.
Oh, yes.
This is the buyer specialist because I'm trying to retire.
Right.
I'm working more with sellers. Barbara is it. I'm tired, but I do go out. I still go out. I still go out. I still love showing properties, and I really like educating right now.